chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and 2, Prescott. And he'll get that to Michel, complete.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Just like that. Just like that.
On play action, Prescott. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Prescott now. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Devin Bush gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Lynch. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gomez. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about it.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Pollard. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. from 17 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Big stop, let's go.
First down, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Check, check. Let's go. Under crunch. Right there. Let's go.
Gomez throwing on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. About 3 yards there to the 27. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in, Michelle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
After the field goal, here's Tavecchio to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way to put it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he works free. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Being chased out left. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Set, ready, 50, plant,
Hey, man, watch the boot. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Come on, D!
Now Gomez on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Got him in. It's Brown. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, New England.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Prescott to throw it. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Ready? Now look. Watching your ball. Go, go. Go. Shoot.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Hey, here we go. Check. 55. Here we go. 47.
Prescott on first down. That's out to his running back, Michel. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check. Fresno. Then we're going to 53. 26.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the air again, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Thomas, the intended target.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Here's Gomez on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to find another down.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Y'all not ready.
Gomez now. From the gun, he'll throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Throwing is Gomez. Looking to throw on second down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Barkevius Mingo, the former number 6 pick. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Gomez under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And an alley to run. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. offensively with the lead. You want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Red, 8, read. 54, Mike, 54. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Here's Pollard. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Gomez to throw on 3rd down. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. Only 3. Yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. All right, here we go. Let's go, V, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Bravo.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. He may try and now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Now a first down carry. It's Michel, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And it's Michel once again. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from the 20. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Gomez. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Flush to his right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. A toss running left. It's Hines, and he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go. Fine, hey.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.